Hello there. So a few things came up from the video that I posted yesterday. If you haven't seen it, I'll put a link just up here. One of the things was that when I landed Lassie and then took her off, there was an update to the home point, which is a bit, ooh, we don't really want that. So I'm going to be addressing that today. One of the other things that was asked was, well, what would happen instead of landing in my visual line of sight, if Lassie went behind a building and landed, would she be able to take off from behind a building? So I'm going to test that today as well. And the final thing was, someone said, well, it was only 200 feet. What if it was further? So I'm going to fly her over 1,000 feet today and land her behind a building and hopefully bring her up. So here's a map of where I'm going to be flying today. This is me here. And I'm going to be flying her along this line to just over 1,000 feet to this building here, and I'll land her behind the building. It looks like there's a kind of a concrete or a tarmacy area there. I haven't recce'd this building, so I'm not quite sure what it's like. If Lassie doesn't manage to take off again, it's only going to take me a few minutes to walk through the trees and get to her, so that'll be alright. I can go and pick her up again. But I thought I would address all of those points today with this video, so let's get Lassie up in the air. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set my return to home height. Let's set it to 100 metres. Give or take. Okay, flying in an auto mode with no filters today. And I'll fly her at 1080p because this is not going to be a cinematic test. It's just going to be a test. Right, so let's get Lassie in the air.
Takeoff. The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
There we go. So I'm going to keep her quite low because there is a fair bit of wind at the moment. But I need to take her at least above the trees to that building. So off she goes. And there's the building just there. As I say, I've never recce'd this building, so I'm not 100% sure what's behind it. But we'll go and have a look and see anyway. Aye, there's an area there which I'm sure I can land on quite safely. Okay, so that's her at 300 metres away. And let's see if we can go down and we don't want to land on top of the building, otherwise I'm in real trouble. But should be able to land there okay. I don't know what that is, but I don't want to be landing on that. I want to be landing on as flat as an area as I can. Now there you go, a weak signal already. The signal is almost, in fact there's the signal gone as I'm down behind the building. So in that case, that tells us straight away that that's not going to work. Now I'll come down. I'll come down again. So we're back up and we've got full signal. And I'll turn around to face where I am. So I'm across there in that direction. Just over there, the other side of the A-frame. And I'll try and lower again. Let's take her forward a little bit. But it looks like this we're going to lose signal as we go behind this building. So we need to take it nice and steady and not go all the way down if I'm losing signal. The signal has dropped to 4, there we go, it's dropped to 3. I will continue on down, still 11 metres above the ground. And you can see the signal is dropping really bad. So let's bring the gimbal up and just see exactly how far behind the building we are here. There we go. So we are quite a bit behind the building, and the signal has dropped down to, is it? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that shows that behind the building we're not going to be able to get the signal to do this. So what I'll do instead is I'll fly back over to where I was yesterday, and that is to those two tables. And I'm not going to land on a table this time. We'll land just to the side of the table and see if the compass tells me it needs a recalibration, as it did when I landed on the table before.
Landing.
Okay, so there we go, she has landed, and the compass does need a calibration again, it's telling me.
Takeoff. Takeoff. The home point has been updated. Again. Please check it on the map.
The home point has been adjusted. Okay, so now your home point has been adjusted. And you don't really want that. You want your home point to remain here instead of where you landed. So how you would do that is you would click on the 3 buttons up here, and in safety scroll down to where it says update home point, click the icon, and then the controller icon, which is this one here. If you click on that one, it will now have updated. If you hit OK, it has now updated your home point, and it will tell you in the screen that you're now 158 metres away from the home point. So if I do a return to home,
go home,
it'll ascend to where I set it before and return to where I am now. Just noticed that when I've got that strong wind warning, the controller is also now buzzing. It's giving me a buzz warning too. I never noticed that before. And the strong wind warning has gone off and the buzzing in the controller has stopped. So that's quite a handy wee feature. I wonder if they added that in the most recent update. So here we go, Lassie returning to home. So that was, although the test showed that I wasn't able to land and then take her off behind the building, it shows that you're not going to be able to do that. She was only 1,000 feet away, so if she's even further away and you go behind the building, yeah, I mean the signal it wouldn't be any worse because it couldn't get any worse. There was no signal. So at least that's an answer to that one. We'll cancel that now. So I hope that answered a few of the questions that arose from yesterday's video. Once again, if you haven't seen it, this is it up here. So if you like this one, give us a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next one.